5 seconds? Oh my god.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, and here is the board. You guys can't see it because it's turned off. Let's go! Oh, finally. Jesus Louise, it's 3-minute prep time for both players here. They get to look at the board. What do we see? First, in the center square, 4 different remembrances.
I'm looking at the board.
Why are you frozen?
Are
you tapped out, Zoodle? Are you that just
I'm looking at
into the board?
I'm confused what I'm looking at, Chad. Wait, I'm not in the room. How can I join the room?
Oh, no, you're back. You're back. You're fine.
Wait. Can you send me the room name? Can you send me the room name?
It's in chat. It's this one. I almost said it out loud.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
There you go.
Okay.
So yeah, anyways, we have 4 different remembrance bosses as our center square. That's a very long distance center square, by the way. Dude, this is day 1 shenanigans. You know, things are gonna go wrong. Obviously, on day 1, I was already nervous of this. And we're checking out the classes right now. We can see here.
Yeah, what do we have?
What?
Yeah. No, continue.
Okay. We can see the different classes here from both players. I'm stuttering right now because I'm just falling apart and crumbling. Looks like they're both kind of considering maybe the bandit here. Looking like it has really high faith and intelligence. Is there something that they're looking at that maybe works into that class? Let's see, what do we have for squares? Like, what looks good? What looks good, Zoodle?
I'll be honest. I'm not a big fan of everything. The warrior starting here with the craft. No, wait. The warrior has the Trina's sword and a short sword. So you have like the sleep as well as a short sword, a weapon you can already use. Obviously not very strong. I'll be honest, this is tough choices. Most weapons are not really usable at the very start or are trash.
Yeah, that can sometimes happen with these seeds where the beginning weapons, they aren't wieldable right away. And that's where the planning comes into play, where you're like, okay, if I can't wield this right away, let me think of a route where I can get enough money to where I can get the stats, while also start to work towards a different amount of squares on top of that, rather than rushing early squares. Like, for example, Tree Sentinel +0, right? Or you could rush Dectus. That's a very common rushable square nowadays, is rushing that Dectus, because Altus Axis, I think players have noticed more and more that Altus Axis, if Dectus is on the board, is kind of nice to kind of push, because it puts a lot of pressure on the enemy player to realize, okay, they have Altus access, I don't yet, and they have that Dectus square on top of that. Just, you know, letting them know that they have to get Altus access as well to kind of compete for later game squares. And then we have a Gil +0 as well.
Look, seems like both go here with the safety, short sword and a sort of Trina. Both, like, I don't know about the Trina's weapon, but at least the short sword, a weapon they can use. Level 9, Vigor seems fine, and it seems like we're starting.
And here we go. We're currently
do something really funny.
What?
So I'm in the lobby, right? And it says it's running, but on the board it says waiting for match to start. And I can't see the board. That doesn't make sense.
Because you joined too late, probably.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
It's fine. I'm using Discord. I'm just, I need glasses. What do we have there, Chad? What are we looking at? 4 remembrance in the middle?
Yeah, it's looking a little tough. Look a little tough there. They're both just running past Grafted Sign here in just a second. I think it's going to be a little bit interesting. I think they both went for that weapon, by the way, or for that class, because of the Agil +0 weapon only and the Tree Sentinel +0 weapon only. So that's going to be a little interesting to see which one they're going to pick, because they could both go for Tree Sentinel and then go for a Gil right afterwards, or maybe one of them is like, okay, Tree Sentinel might be a little too soon. I'll let them, let the other person have that, and then I'll go ahead and go for a Gil instead. Grab myself Torrent on top of that, you know?
We also have Killer Boss on the Torrent, yes, which doesn't... Yeah, okay, we don't get any sorceries. I guess rushing that wouldn't make a lot of sense. I guess wait, is there a Gil?
That's a Gil.
No, right?
Not a Gil.
A Gil? Okay, so whatever. A Gil... Yeah, a Gil or Tree Sentinel into Torrent probably makes the most sense here. This is the 3 very, very rushable. We have a bunch of things in Leonia as well with the Omen Killer, 4 Memory Stones, right? Take Raya's Hand. Then later with Altus. Crystallian bosses. Might be a good Leonia play here. We will see. Let's see what the players doing. They're getting both the first step, and seems like Papari is skipping Kale as well as Agil, running straight over to the gate front to get Torrento.
Yep, looks like she's actually sacrificing Tree Sentinel here and going straight for that Bach Grace that Gina went for a lot last season. And it looks like Bree's actually going straight for Tree Sentinel in this case.
Very good. She's using the short sword. Does the short sword started with square off, or does it even start with square off? I'm not sure.
No,
Square
this one
was
apparently starts with kick. It's got kick for some reason. I don't know why. It's got kick.
Kick is horrible, guys. Square off would have at least helped a little bit, but yeah, we will see how it goes. Bree gets here a lot of good R2s out, playing this very safe and calm.
Which is probably a good thing, too.
Yes, definitely. Nice. Already at dude, she's doing that really, really quick with the short sword almost at 50%. Phase transition here with the Tree Sentinel starting to jump like Mario. Oh, there's the shield bash.
She's almost halfway now, dude. I've been showcasing Square Off a couple of times on stream now, and watching a sword not having Square Off is so much longer.
Yeah, for sure.
Than that Ash of War. It is actually insane how the difference between a strong Ash of War and literally just a sword. It's kind of crazy. And we see here, by the way, Pup now on Torrent. Going straight to, I think she's rushing Dectus. She's not even going for Agil. She's giving up Agil and Tree Sentinel. And
she's going for the Torrent kill, I think, rather, and moving forward to the Pumpkin Head.
Maybe. Here's the beautiful thing that we can do right now. We should use our little handy dandy map.
Watch out, Chad! Watch out, it's coming!
How about we do that? Our handy dandy map, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go.
Look at that!
We have both players. I don't know what the hell's going on here. But we have both Pup and Bree currently playing. It looks like that Bree might go actually after Tree Sentinel towards Agil here. Try and grab that. That'd be really, really nice. And then Pup, I think she's going straight for Dectus, man. She's going straight to Dectus. She's going straight for that Physic Flask and then maybe grabbing Dectus half right afterwards.
And there you go. Congratulations, Bree. First trying with that short sword, the Tree Sentinel, and get the square. Very, very, very nice.
Very, very nice. First square on the board for Bree, 1-0. 1-0, not Zoo.
First square in season 2!
Let's go! I don't know why the indicators are messed up, but that's fine. We can still see them.
Dude, I don't have the board. Can you make a screenshot of that board and send it to me? Or anyone? Can anyone make a screenshot of the board so I can have it?
Pull up the main broadcast. That's fine. Just pull up the main broadcast. Good old screenshot. It looks like so Bree's gonna go ahead to gate front here now. Grab her Torrent, while Pup just going straight for Dectus. This is a really interesting play because I'm assuming Bree's thinking Pup is on Agil, or she beat Pup to Tree Sentinel. Like one of those two options are floating your head. Not thinking Pup just abandoned both and just went straight for the Dectus. I think that's a very, very interesting play here from Pup, that she's not doing either option and just going straight for the corner square, which honestly, in this case, is not even a bad play, because if you go for the Dectus square, which is, by the way, for people that can't see it here, on the top right, it's blocking row 1 and column 5, which both Agil and Tree Sentinel are both on those lines.
Oh, I have this. I have it.
Congrats.
Let's go. I can see the board.
And as we learned, by the way, from Bingo now, is that corner squares are quite powerful actually, because they have multiple angles to work with rather than just edge type of squares, or I should say edge outlines, whatever.
Yeah, something.
Yeah. One of those words.
As well as on this board currently with the Death Bird, the Valiant Gargoyles, 3 NPC, especially 3 NPC invaders, because it's quite a quick one. These also, right in the diagonal, you have a lot of work with those. And seems like Bree's going for that Agil.
She's going straight for that Agil fight, which is not a bad choice because it gives her a second square. And I'm assuming, just hoping that she beats Pup at this Agil fight. I'm not exactly sure what she's thinking right now. I would personally be concerned if I got Tree Sentinel and going for a Gil right afterwards, because it's like, what if they're already working on it? Am I wasting my time now? Especially with a weapon that's a little bit slower, which is the short sword. You could be losing a lot of time. But also in this case, Pup is sacrificing 2 squares, but has a way more prep under her pocket after losing those 2 squares. She'll have possibly full Dectus, and she'll also have Radigan's Source Seal. She'll have maybe 42,000 runes from Knight's Calf Cheese. She's going to be way more prepared for mid to late game by giving up those 2 early squares.
Let's hope that it works out. Giving up these 2 squares, especially because these 2 squares are very far away from each other. Breeze already with that working on basically blocking row 2, row 1, column 5 and 2, which is a lot. If we think about when the players want to win by a majority and not by bingo, they have to block every row and column for the opponent. So that Agil is actually far away from the Tree Sentinel is not too bad. And looks like Bree has a fun time here with Agil. Agil can be very, very, very bad, especially when he jumps up on that cliff, right? We've seen it a lot.
Yeah. Luckily, she has some decent luck here with some move RNGs, lots of stomps coming out. And luckily, Agil did not fly up on that cliff and get stuck there, which we've seen a lot in Season 1. So this fight's actually not that bad. It's not going that terribly for her. She's getting a nice jump attack or air attack where it just falls down. You can roll it very easily, get some headshots off. Might even get a stagger here soon, depending on how long Agil is stalling with these other attacks. But overall, this looks like an easy second square for Bree now. And it looks like that is Pup going for the Grail cheese. She's not going for the Grail cheese. She's just going straight past it. She's focusing on Dectus. She is focusing on Dectus.
I really have that just shows how bad actually also the short sword is, because this fight takes a while. She has good RNG, but still the fight takes a while. And there it goes. GG for Bree, second square.
There we go.
On the board.
And please keep in mind, people that are watching the main broadcast, the squares will light up before the players on our screens actually mark it, because there is a slight delay because it is Twitch. We're kind of rebroadcasting on our channel here, so there's going to be like a 3 to 4 second delay. So if you're like, hey, she marked a little too soon, probably did not. It's just that we have a delay from the broadcast ourselves. So you'll see the squares light up before the player actually does it.
Exactly. The refs will take care of that if anything too soon is happening.
Well, we have eyeballs. We have eyeballs.
So Papri is actually at Fort Gale, about to pick up that Dectus, and she has full Dectus then. I wonder if Bree's gonna do the same now and moving on to get some Dectus, but it seems like she's going for the Torrent kill. She's gonna get all that squares, all that quick squares. Another one that's really, really good. It's in the same column with Agil, which can maybe lead to a big. I mean, there's Morgoth's great one is not the greatest, but also row 3, another square in row 3, which is really, really good. Breeze going here for the fast squares only.
She's going for all the fast squares, and this is kind of an interesting tactic that I've actually realized that some bingo players do, which is they do a scatter shot of different squares. They don't necessarily look at a line and they're like, okay, this is the line, this is the exact line I want to go for. I'm gonna only do these squares in that line, and that's it. They'll scatter shot, do like optimal squares, and then whatever lines they draw from those squares, that's what they can get kind of pressure, right? As soon as Bree gets kill a boss on Torrent, she'll have a pressure ready kind of on column 2 building. Then if she gets another square, let's say on row 3, now she has pressure on row 3 off of that column 2 initial, start. So she can kind of pivot between these different pressure points of these different lines rather than just focusing on one line and kind of get stumped if it gets blocked.
Also, that was a really clean fight. That pumpkin can be very, very annoying. At the start, you don't have a lot of HP, as well he's dealing bleed damage, but that was clean. She's checking here that chest in the... a Flamberg.
Oh, Flamberge.
Flamberge is not too bad, the Flamberge.
It's pretty good. It's got bleed on it. It's also I think it's a great sword. But it's a really good sword. I actually think it's underrated, in my opinion. And we have currently, by the way, 3-1 for Bree, grabbing all those early squares now. And maybe she's going for Dectus, although she does see now that Pup grabbed the Dectus square. And Pup grabbing Sacred Blade here. Is there Cemetery Shades?
Yep. No, we have Deathbird and Deathrite in. That would be actually a really good play by Puppy right now if she goes for that, because now with the Dectus Medallion, she blocked that column 5, row 1 from Bree, and if she's gonna go for the Deathrite Bird and Deathbird, she would also block then row 2 and column 2, what basically already worked on. If she gets that, then definitely her whole setup for going for Dectus and all of that, it comes in really, really handy, because now Bree needs to catch up. Bree needs to catch up with that.
Yeah, prep time. Yeah, exactly. She has at least some pressure on the board, though. She's not catching up while she's also behind on squares, that can be very dangerous. It's if you're behind on prep and behind on squares, that gets mentally pretty taxing, because you're trying to just do everything at once. But luckily she has a little bit of pressure on the board, so she can kind of, take her foot off the pedal a little bit on the squares and prep maybe a nice weapon. Check round table, for example. Check some of the merchants to see if they have some good weapons. Or just go ahead and grab some talismans and just book it, whatever works best. We'll see exactly what they're prepping for here.
Nice. That was a really good strategy by Puppery. You can just jump on that little ledge down there, and the invader just follows you and eventually will roll off. That is a free kill. 1 invader for Puppery, and Bree just arrived in the 3rd church for the Physic Flask. She didn't get the first Dectus Medallion, right? She
hasn't yet.
That,
I don't
right?
believe so. No, she has not climbed fort height yet. But that's fine.
Okay. Oh, Puppery missing the Flamberge, and there it is.
Another Flamberge.
Flamberge.
I'm messing. It looks like that she might be going. She could go straight for Margaret here now with the Radigan Sword Star. She should have enough stats to actually go and get Margaret, which is a good old 12,000 runes and a talisman pouch on top of that. Kind of help her out with prep more.
Seems like Bree also just got the Sacred Blade, having the Deathbird and Deathrite Bird in mind. What else do we have here? 2 Catacombs. Omen Killer. It's a good board. That's a really good first board, I have to say. It's a
very interesting board.
Yeah.
Oh, and also here's the cool thing, by the way.
Game.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, there's just not a lot of late game. There's the Morgoth's Great Rune and the Fingerslayer Blade, and I feel like the rest is pretty kind of quick, right? We have a lot of bosses. Loretta, Royal Revenant.
We do.
Omen Killer.
The thing that's nice also for the viewers, by the way, and for us as spectators, is we can see when the players mark the squares, by the way. So you can see for Pop there, she did put a 1 next to kill 3 NPC invaders. You see that red 1 right next to that square. That shows you that she's counting to make sure that, she's ready. And as viewers, we can see how many she has left as well. So it just makes it easier to keep track.
Yeah. And looks like Bree is moving now to Liurnia already, which is not bad. She's giving up the Dectus Medallion now. Honestly, like, do you need Dectus Medallion? I feel like you don't even need Dectus Medallion too much. There's like 3-4 squares, right?
Let's see here. If you have Dectus, you have access to Radon, which is also Valiant Gargoyles. Then you also, which is a Remembrance. Then you also have Regal Ancestor Spirit, which is also Remembrance, which is also downstairs. So if you wanted to do 4 Remembrances and Valiant Gargoyles, downstairs is the way to go. In that case, you have Fingerslayer Blade.
Dragonkin Soldier.
You can do Dragonkin Soldier after Radon as well. You then also have Margaret and Moog's Shackle. You have Raya's Hand of Volcano Manor. You have a lot of different things here that kind of play into that whole Radon square, if I'm being completely honest. Like, that Radon square is actually quite powerful on this board. Gives you access to a lot of different... You can go for Dragonkin off of Angel River, or you could take the really long elevator if you want to. But holding out to Dragonkin Soldier until after Radon and going after Mimic Tier, I think is faster, because then you can also prep Regal Ancestor, and you have the Grace as well for Valiant Gargoyles on top of that.
Yeah, you're right. The Flamberge Blade procced at the very end, and that's the second invader for Puppery. Let's see if she's gonna go for that Patches one, because we do have Acquire Markets and Moog Shackle, so it would work out perfectly fine. And seems like Bree is taking a break, moving to Roundtable, which is actually very, very good, because checking the merchant there is so important. Can have the strongest weapons. Let's see what's there.
I don't know about the strongest weapons, but it definitely has the most options.
Stormhawk Axe! And she got it, Chad!
So much for making a mod to avoid Stormhawk Axe. It is currently in the shop for sale just for you guys for a low price of $1,500. Let's go ahead and see how this match turns out.
Damn, that's great. And she put Sacred Blade on the short sword. Let's see what Blee's going for. And Papery using the Flamberge for the last invader now. Let's see how that goes.
Yep, dude, prepping for good old Nereus here.
That's how we would say in Germany, a Schnapper.
Oh, yeah. Also, yeah.
Oh, tanking here some bleed hits. That's not great.
Oh, another bleed here.
Oh.
Let's bring it on the full screen here real quick. Nereus gonna be. I think Nereus is one of the most annoying invaders. Like him, and probably Hoslow with the whips.
Yeah,
really
especially with a slow weapon, right?
Yeah. Lots of kind of manipulating the AI if you can, especially with Yura. That's kind of nice. It definitely helps out for your first invader to get some backstabs off if you let him attack Yura instead. At least helps a little bit, I would say.
Ooh, there was a bleed proc.
And this would also give Puppery the square, which is row 4, column 2, which is kill 3 NPC invaders right after this. Oh! Oh! Just gotta be careful. Gotta be careful.
Last heal for Puppery. Come on.
There we go. There we go.
Let's go.
Firm handshakes all around, Yura. Firm handshakes.
That took a while. GG's nice. So she blocked that column 2 for Bree. Very, very good.
And like I said, here's where the Dectus comes in, man. Look at 4 different remembrance bosses, Valiant Gargoyles, 10 Sacred Flasks. Good old diagonal you got going on here. And with a Dectus, you can get 10 Sacred Flasks pretty damn easily. Because you go straight to Lanedale Capital, you got the 2 golden seeds, go up the stairs, 2 golden seeds. That's already 4. You're kind of prepping for a really nice like diagonal rush here right now from bottom left to top right.
Especially with the Stormhawk Axe, Valiant Gargoyles are in water. The whole arena is with water, so you do extra damage with the lightning.
Mm-hmm.
Do you? Wait, do you?
You do, but I don't think the Gargoyles really take that much damage anyways, besides if it's magic, because they're weak to magic.
Oh, yeah.
But it would still, it still has an effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty good diagonal. But a little late. I mean, 4 remembrance really takes a while. I don't know if I would work on it. There's a lot of rushable squares still, with Loretta and Omen Killer and everything.
The question now is Pop just going to straight rush into Capital here, or is she going to go straight for Deathrite Birds instead? And maybe go for that Omen Killer. Because with Flamberge, you could definitely do that. You could definitely do Omen Killer with Flamberge +0.
Oh,
that bleed proc is nice. Sure. It's really, really good.
Yeah.
And we can see on our map here, by the way, they're both really close to each other right now. They don't know, but we know.
Chasing.
Yeah, it's like they're both on a mission or something.
Why does it look like a car?
I don't know. They're
driving a car and no fucking lands between.
They're 2 Macaring across the lands between here right now, man. Got 2 white Lamborghinis going across the lands between.
It looks so funny. It looks great, actually.
Looks like missing textures. I don't know. It's loading weird. I tried to reset the map. It's fine. It's not the end of the world.
It's fine. It's fine.
As long as the map works, that's all that matters.
So what Bree's missing is that Altus access. But what Papri currently is missing is definitely the damage. The Stormhawk Axe outclasses the Flamberge by a lot. So yeah, we will see. She also already set up the short sword with the Sacred Blade. Not sure if she's gonna rush for the Deathbird right away. Would be good though. Would be not bad.
I think
Maybe
what's
she's
going to
going
be
for
interesting is when is Pup going to go to round table? Because as soon as she does go to round table, she'll see the Stormhawk axe, and she'll most likely grab that as well. The other thing we got to keep in mind is with Stormhawk axe, Bree can get Alta's access very quickly because Virgin Abductor Duo, first, are weak to lightning. Second of all, there's water in that cave as well. So she's dealing double damage, and she can stun with the lightning on the tendrils. I think it's 3 or 4 hits from the Stormhawk axe, maybe, that stuns the Virgin Abductors with the lightning.
Yeah, I think it's 3, 4.
Maybe, yeah. So that's going to be really, really effective for sure. For her to get Altus access, she can get that really fast because Virgin Abductor Duo is the fastest way to Altus. You grab the key, you take the elevator, boom, Altus. It's way faster than going to Fort Hyatt, going to Fort Faroth. That's a lot of travel time.
Yeah.
You can get there.
Definitely.
You can close that gap really quickly, you know?
I wonder if Puppery has that diagonal in mind already with the Valiant Gargoyles and everything. We will see.
I assume she does because she actually pulled this move, or I think she tried to pull this move on me in a practice match where she did Regal Ancestor Spirit as a remembrance for remembrances. So I'm assuming she's going to try this again, and it's a good move. It's a very powerful move of using Regal Ancestor as a remembrance when Valiant Gargoyles is also on the board, because then you can go. It's a twofer.
Yeah, this is so close to each other, right? And if it goes wrong, you can still like go down to Dragonkin Soldier or whatnot, for that square there.
And it looks like Bree here, having that Knight's Calf Cheese, by the way, at $42,000 currently in her bank account. Gonna go do a little bit of shopping. Somber 1, 2, 3, and 4 from EG. Gonna go ahead and upgrade here real quick. The Storm Hacks to +4 already. That's a pretty big deal. +4 Stormhawk axe. You could honestly almost go to endgame with that if you want to.
Yeah, definitely. +4 is all you need.
Yeah.
Interesting was Puppery was at the merchant, checked the merchant, but didn't buy any smithing stones, so she's not planning on upgrading that flamberge. And she's also not checking round table yet. She's still going strong.
Prepping. She's just prepping, man. She's currently what they say is preppery. Trying to get everything going here.
Good one, Captain.
But looking pretty solid with both players just on the board. Yeah, just getting things ready. It looks like that actually Bree is going for Revenant here.
And look at that!
Nice
Half
damage.
HP already. Who needs holy like heal or whatever? No, just go in with a Stormhawk axe and end it, right?
One of the
It's
most
a very scary boss though.
annoying boss. Absolutely
Horrible.
annoying boss. You know, we could just Sorry?
I think whoever made that boss should be fired. I'll be honest.
You think so?
I think so.
Dude, it is a very intimidating boss.
Come on, let's go!
There
GG
we go.
first
Very nice
try.
from Bree. First attempt too. Huge.
And she get that square. Really, really, really interesting. That row 3 might be not the greatest with the Moog Shackle, but it is fine. It's something you can later on rush to, but we'll see.
All of this access yet again, you know. Ooh,
Yeah.
here's the thing, by the way. Blue Loretta. Why is that good? Fingerslayer Blade. Prep time. If you do Loretta, you have Fingerslayer Blade prep already done. You've gone through Carrier Manor. You could start the dialogue already with Ronnie if you wanted to. And that way, if it goes into late game, you just have to port and you open that chest and you're done. You don't have to do this whole back and forth like some players had to do in the past trying to get that square, because that's the last square left. Like, oh, crap. Now I have to go through Carrier Manor. Now I have to go kill Loretta. Now I have to go talk to Ronnie. Now I have to go talk to her homies. Now I got to take the elevator again. All right, now I go over here. Then I go kill Mimic Tier. Then I go over to this stupid Grace. Then I do the skip. And then I get the Fingerslayer Blade. It's just a lot of extra work that you can get done with that square kind of easily. You know.
Also would work out perfectly for that, getting a square in column 4 for Bree, as well as, again, another square in row 3 to just put a little bit more pressure than on Puppery. The 4 Remembrance, obviously, in the middle doesn't make it too scary because it's not something you just rush, but yeah, we will see.
Oh, here we go. Puppery,
Also-
by the way, now in
also-
round table, so she might actually grab Stormhawk here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's going to happen?
Here we
1K?
go. Look at her eyes. Look at her eyes. Does she see it? Oh, there you go. There you go.
There you go.
That's what everyone does when you see a Stormhawk or Bloodhound Fang. You're like, oh, what was it? Why is it here?
I just saw we also have killed 3 duo trio bosses. We have killed Putrid Crystallian trio. Bree, when she's actually gonna go with the Abductor Virgins, is another duo. Bibbidi bobbidi boom. Bibbidi bum.
I'm telling you, this board has way more synergy than it looked like at first. At first, I was like, this board's kind of weird. Like, what am I supposed to do? But in reality, there's a lot of secret synergies kind of playing around on this board, kind of dancing, you know?
Dancing, yeah. Bree's working on that memory stones right now. She's picking up that... I don't know if she picked up the one in Kaled. I saw her in Kaled earlier, but I didn't see if she picked up a memory stone. Maybe he's gonna work on now with the Wolf of Radagon, getting another memory stone, as well as close to the teleport to Volcano Manor.
Yeah, I think she did. She at least did the Knight's Calf cheese. She might have also grabbed the memory stone right afterwards just to make sure that she has that. It would be weird if she didn't, if I'm being honest. If she's already been eyeballing that square, she probably already got the other memory stone, so at least 2. And then she'll have 3 with Red Wolf. And then she also is prepped, by the way, for Renala after summons, row 1, column 1. You know, she'll have that prep too after killing Red Wolf, which is going to be really nice.
Also, like that, the other diagonal also looks very juicy with Renala, Deathbirds, 4 memory stones, 2 Crystallian bosses.
It looks like
it's not snipeable, but looks good, yeah.
Pop going for the Kukri cheese here, by the way, on the Knight's Cap. I think she just wants money right now to upgrade that Stormhawk axe to +4, like Breach did. And that way she can catch up right now with some of that prep.
So this prep is actually not that bad. Basically what you have to do is you can use your neck or just the head to like look in the direction, mostly the neck. And then the Knight's Calf just goes, oh, a cookie, something sweet. And just jumps off.
Sweet?
Yeah, oh, there's something sweet. You know, like, oh, want to pick that up. And then just a kukri, and then, oh, I'm dead. What a loser.
It's like, oh, kukri, then gravity.
Gravity.
Shucks. But
wait, where is Bree? What is that? She's doing that other memory stone thing with the 3 turtles.
Yeah, she's going to go and do ahead the puzzle to get the other memory stone instead in Liurnia, and then she goes for Red Wolf. That's 4 memory stones. That way she doesn't have to go, for example, to the Weeping one, or she doesn't have to go... wait, this might actually be... Hold on a second. Pause. She has the memory stone from... Did she buy the one from Roundtable? Because you get one there.
I don't think so, but she can go back and do it. I mean, I bet she's gonna... Wait, did she want to get the one in Kaled?
I want to say yes, but I'm not sure. And she's missing some kukris on this turtle, sadly.
I'll be honest. I think she's gonna go for the Red Wolf and then buy the last one.
That is one evasive dog just sitting in place. There we go. That should open up the tower now for Bree.
Oh my god! Capri misses the jump! This is the first death in Bingo Brawlers Season 2, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, you had to add Season 2 at the end of that.
Definitely.
Oh, looks like she did she miss the EG skip? I'm assuming. Get down faster. Like the one where you jump on the cliff.
Yeah. Wait.
Okay, because I was watching Bree doing the turtle. So, the dog. Oh no, she didn't get this. This will be her 4th memory stone. So she's going back to the tower where Knight's Cav is, in Kaled to grab that 4th memory stone now.
Oh yeah.
She hasn't grabbed this one yet.
Wait, then she has 3, and then she's gonna buy the 4th. Easy.
Yeah. So this is definitely in favor for Bree on this square. Anyways, this is somewhat of a semi-snipe. And it looks like Pup is going to go ahead and +4 that Stormhawk axe now. I think the one benefit that Pup has over Bree is Radigan Sword Seal. That's definitely a nice damage boost, I feel like, on that weapon for sure. So hopefully that plays into her boss fights, that she has that extra talisman in her pocket.
Good for Papri is that she didn't really went for memory stones right now.
Yep.
And there it goes. Seems like Papri was surprised that she got that already.
It was a little bit of a forced square, but as we talked about before, corner squares are huge. That is an inner corner square. That is kind of a big deal because now she blocks row 4, column 4, and the diagonal on top of that. It's a very powerful position here that she's kind of playing.
Papri is very close to Loretta. She could have just run up there and get that square to block the column and the row. Wouldn't be too bad, but seems like she has a different plan. While Bree is getting snacked by Mr. Krabs on the way to the Omen Killer in column 1, row 2. I really like the playstyle of Bree here. I think I'm somewhat similar to like just kind of what fits together and as well what's all around the board. What you explained earlier, right? Not really going for a bingo line, just snack what makes sense and then see if there's a bingo line possible. Yeah.
Also, it does create pressure now for row 2. Like as soon as I feel like nowadays, so I don't know, for me personally, season 1, a line wasn't really a big pressure until 3 squares are marked on that line. Now it's like if 2 squares, it's already like, okay, what's going on? Why are there 2 squares in the same line? Are they really prepping for that line? I think there's a lot more caution nowadays in these bingo matches. As soon as there's 2 lines in one, or 2 squares in one line marked, it's already like, okay, there's something going on here. There might be some prepping going on. I already have to think about blocking and responding to that rather than letting it sit and wait for 3 squares to be marked.
Bree just killed the 2 dogs to make it safe fight against the Omen Killer. Prepping the Stormhawk axe here. And there it goes.
Oh, and also Puppery also actually at the... Never mind, she's in Liurnia. I'm blind. Don't talk to me. It looks like the same place for a second because of just like the fog and everything. Good
Look
fight
at
here,
that damage. Plus 4. Stormhawk axe is doing great. She really just needs to jump in with jumping R2 and he's gone.
Yeah.
Stagger should come soon here, maybe with another jumping R2. There's the stagger and the repost.
I mean, she doesn't even have to. Here's the crazy thing with the Stormhawk axe on bosses like Omen Killer and Duelist. You don't even have to do jumping R2s. You could literally spam the Ash of War. It still staggers them out of their attacks. You can literally just spam L2 and it will still kill them. Like that's how powerful that Ash of War is. It's actually insane.
So Bree's not really working on a bingo line, but she definitely does put pressure now on Puppery with having already 6 squares to 2. I wonder what she's going to go for next. Puppery is working on that Radagon, maybe planning on going to Renala.
Honestly, that Renala square would be really good for Puppery here because she's blocking column 1 and that diagonal that we're talking about. That Bree pretty much just activated. That would not be a bad square at all for Pup to block and then focus on maybe that bottom left to top right because she still has a diagonal open. And I said...
And having another remembrance, right?
Right.
Having another remembrance.
Right, yeah, 100%. I agree. Because then she go for Renala, Radon, and then after Radon, go straight downstairs. Regal Ancestor Spirit, and Gargoyles. I'm sorry. I was spacing out for a second.
Gargoyles. Yeah, or maybe doing Godric before really quick or something.
Right, this would be our first remembrance, actually. It is true.
Oh my god.
Dude, the dog is mean. It's a mean dog.
Dude, I'm so happy for both of them. I really have to say, guys, these players practice for a very long time, and this is the first match of season 2. There is some pressure. They are definitely at least a little bit nervous, and I can tell you guys that Stormhawk X puts a lot away from being nervous. That just gives you a safety feeling. And Bree now here with the short sword and the Sacred Blade, working on the Deathbird.
So apparently a little bit of delay. Give me a hot second here.
And let's go! First Deathbird is dead for Bree. Let's go. Now she just needs support back to Leonia, and she's doing it. She gets hit by him. Oh my god, the sheep! The sheep is happening. 2 hits from the sheep, but she killed it really quick. That was dangerous. But she got it. And she's porting now to Leonia.
I want to just refresh the streams real quick so we have the most recent. Apparently some delay built up, so I just fixed that real quick.
Let's go, dude.
So she's going straight for the Death Red Bird. I'm not gonna lie, I hate this fight, by the way. But she might do the Skybox kill. This might actually be really nice if she can pull off the Skybox kill on the Death Red Bird.
Skybox kill.
Yes,
I don't know,
so
but with
pretty
Sacred
much.
Blade, the Death Red Bird isn't a problem. All you need is focus on the head or on R2s, get the stagger out, and this thing is dead.
So pretty much a Skybox kill is when the boss spawns in, you lead them towards the building, and then have them do an air attack, and when it does the air attack, it hits that Skybox and dies automatically.
She's very far away. I think she was not sure where it spawns, because you can get a free hit on the head here.
It is a little bit of a weird spawn location.
Nice hit on the head.
She is using
Little screen
also...
here.
She is using the short sword still. I don't think this is upgraded. So Sacred Blade's doing a lot of damage, by the way, for a boss in Liurnia, especially a Death Red Bird.
Dude, look at the damage on Renala. This is one phase.
Yep.
In phase one, very nice.
Good old one cycle.
Oh, she was not able to skip second phase on the Death Red Bird, Bree.
I mean, it's a short sword with Sacred Blade. Oh, here is the stupid explosion, by the way. Very powerful attack.
Oh.
And for some reason, the scatter is random, which is even worse. So you can't really prepare, like, positioning-wise to deal with that. You kind of just have to hope that it doesn't hit you. And here we have phase 2, by the way, for Puppery on Renala. Has to make sure that the 4 summons do happen, which is the Bloodhound Knight, the Wolves, the Troll, and the Dragon. We should start here soon. Has 2 attacks to deal with here. Nice dodges by Puppery.
What Puppery also did really well, she used those runes to level up Vigor. That's really, really good.
Yeah.
So she can tank a little bit. And here's the first summon. We have the Bloodhound. And there goes the Death Red Bird. GG for Bree!
This is really good for Pup. Just GG's to Bree for sure for getting that square, but this is huge for Pup because as soon as she gets the Renala square, she blocks all of that. She blocks everything that Bree's kind of been prepping, semi-prepping.
Yep.
Besides row 2.
But I'll be honest. Can I be honest? I'll be honest. That row 2 is scary.
Yeah.
Not really, because it's Spirit Ash +4. If Bree now goes down to, if she kills Radahn, or if she goes down now to Shifra River, just because you can pick up and get a +4 Spirit Ash there really, really quick. She could do Dragonkin Soldier if she wants to, but if she's working on that now, she can get that bingo row 2 really, really quick.
But it does look like that Bree is actually possibly trying to go for Renala here. She's currently in the tower for Liurnia instead of going for that diagonal. Or sorry, that row 2. I think Puppery needs one more summon, which is the Bloodhound Knight. Getting some R1s in here.
No, she got the Bloodhound Knight at the very beginning.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Well, then she just needs the dragon? Wait,
the dragon, right? And there's another Bloodhound Knight.
Are you sure? She needs the dragon? Okay, she missed the dragon.
Dragon. Dragon. Oh, okay.
Say it. Come on. Get it off your chest.
Nah, I'm not doing it. That's cringe.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm cringed.
All right. Also,
dragon?
There's the dragon.
There's the kill.
And there is the kill for Pup. Huge. Has to wait for the enemy felt screen to pop up.
And it makes bloop. What is the dragon doing? Come on. But I'll be honest, like that block for Pup is very, very important. It's not too dangerous for Bree, though. I mean, 7-3 with the squares.
It is
Bree
7-3.
Technically, just needs 6 more. 6 more, and she got it, right?
Right, but it's still 6 more. And if you prep that diagonal, which I'm really hoping Puppery does, because that diagonal is good. Like, it is a really good diagonal that Bree is not prepped. Bree still does not have Altus access. We're 41 minutes into the game. Pup could easily enforce that diagonal, and that would not allow Bree to necessarily push for majority anymore, but have to start responding instead and actually catch up on a little bit of prep time.
Yeah, Bree needs to go to Altus as quick as possible, kill that Radahn, and get that Valiant Gargos out of the way. And the Spirit Ashes at the same time, but it looks like Bree is moving to Red Wolf. Why? Is there anything else? We don't have imbued sword keys. Why does she want to kill the dog?
Because probably a remembrance boss.
Oh, maybe.
You might as well
because of
have that, you know.
remembrance,
Maybe she already
Yeah,
sees
yeah,
the
yeah.
diagonal herself. She sees the 4 remembrances and Valiant Gargoyle.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if it was me versus Bree or me versus Pup, but I did do Morgoth as my 4th remembrance on top of doing Morgoth.
What?
Yeah. And so that played into 4 different remembrance square, and I think players are realizing that it can be kind of a tricky square if you realize you don't have access to specific bosses. You know.
Yep.
Also, what is up with
I
this?
just
Like,
realized I had no music playing.
no, you're good.
I was so quiet. Bree's gonna pet that dog, and Papri's moving to Dectus. Perfect. GG's for Bree.
Absolutely huge here.
42 minutes in.
It's interesting.
10 squares already done.
Pup actually like counts her squares. I'm assuming Bree just memorizes, which is fine too. It's more or less just keeping track of everything gets a little scary sometimes. And here we go. Finally, Pupri is in Altus. I think she might be pushing for that diagonal finally, grabbing this Grace here. She could, if she wanted to, take Raya's hand as a quest line, or not do that to not showcase that she. I mean, she already has full Dectus Medallion as a square, so kind of hiding Raya's hand doesn't make any sense in this case. But it looks like she's actually going. She's going for the Watchdog. She's going for a Spirit Ash +4. She's trying to block Road 2 here.
Ah.
She's going to go for that
really good,
Wyndham
actually.
Catacomb.
Yeah. That would be a good one. That would be a good one.
So this will be very interesting to see if. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, looks like yeah, Bree's working on that. Wait, no, she's going for the. Is she going for Crystallion bosses?
Yeah. She's going for that duo fight.
Another duo fight. Really
Oh,
good,
you
actually.
want to see why though? It's because also we have Future Crystallion Trio. So if she does this one and then also goes to the trio, she already has 2. That's 2 squares for a 2-for-1. Good old twofer
Exactly.
yet again. Another twofer.
And then if she goes for Abductor Virgin, boom, Altus, boom, 3 squares. Into the pocket, she already has 7, has 3 more.
Yep.
And then she just needs to. Let's theorize and say she's gonna get all of that. I think she blocked then everything, right? Yeah, every column and row. If she gets those 3, that's really no. I'm lying. The diagonal.
Besides the diagonal.
Diagonal. Yeah.
I'm telling you, that diagonal is good. That diagonal is
it's really
huge.
good.
Pup should really be kind of like pushing that in her face, being like, hey, you don't have Altus access yet. Hey, you don't have Altus access yet. Here, let me grab these squares. Let me remind you real quick, I have this diagonal to work with. But Bree is definitely pushing for majority here, and I think that's the right play for her. Especially with all these combos that she's pulling off with Duo, Trio, Crystallion. She'll already be sitting at easily 10 squares, just needs 3 more.
Yep.
And there's kind of a...
But she needs to block, though. She needs to block.
Does she, though? Oh, she needs to block at least the diagonal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. But
So she
the
needs
question is
to
like,
go for
what?
at least
What would you pick?
Oh, yeah, no, she needs to block first, right before winning with majority, and she needs to block something in the diagonal. She's not going for the Sacred Flask, what I think Pup is already also working on. Then I guess 4 remembrances, but then she needs to be really quick with that.
That is the big tough thing, is picking a... That's kind of... It's hard to explain. I think the beauty behind picking a line that you're kind of working towards that has difficult squares is that it's also difficult to block on top of that.
That's true. Yeah,
you know?
that's true.
So even if a person is trying to push for majority, if your line has really hard squares, it's going to be really hard to kind of stop you from doing that as well if you're not prepped for it. So even though if Bree has every other square on that board, but does not block 4 different remembrances and Valiant Gargoyles and Sacred Flasks, she's kind of setting herself up to possibly lose the match. Like, she can create as much pressure as she wants. As soon as she doesn't block that, it doesn't matter how much pressure you have, because Pup can still get that bingo.
Yeah. At this point, it actually would work in favor for Bree if she would actually take her time and work on the 4 remembrances. It seems like a little bit of a waste, because 4 remembrance that does take a long time, but it would work out so well for her right now because she has already so many squares done. So even if she would lose time to go for that, she would at least block everything else, and has then the opportunity. I don't know. We will see. Probably not.
I don't know. Okay, I'm telling you right now. As soon as Pup marks 10 Sacred Flask charges, Bree has to respond. Like, she has to do something. And in this case, I would say Valiant Gargoyles, which is one of her least fights, I believe. I'm pretty sure she said that she hates that fight. But that is a demon that you'll have to face if you want to block, because as everybody knows, if you've read the rules anyways, bingo over majority. You have to block your opponent's bingos before you can win with majority. That's just how it is. Until the 2-hour mark, right?
Also, if Bree goes for that Valiant Gargoyles, she puts pressure on Pabri with that row too. Yep. Valiant Gargoyles right now would be so good. She just needs to get to altars, but it seems like she's working on all these quick squares. Does know that Pabri probably has that line in mind already.
Here's an interesting thing too, by the way, is yeah, Bree could just force column 4. She could just grab Loretta right now, right?
Column 4?
Yeah. She could just grab Loretta right now and then go straight downstairs. And then she'll have Radon, but she has to have Altus access. She doesn't have Altus access yet. It doesn't matter. Yeah. It just doesn't matter until she gets that access. And she's currently prioritizing Crystallians. Oh, she doesn't actually see the Putrid Crystallian trio, maybe. The combo between the duo and the trio. She's going for the single right now.
Oh, true.
She's like
maybe she just wants to get that quick. I think Bree thinks that Pabri is going also now for other quick squares, and that's why she just wants to block stuff and get stuff done, as well as block rows and columns. So maybe she thinks, okay, I already got 2 squares in column 5. I'm just gonna get that one down there in the corner, so I have that row. Then I do the abductive version, block column 3. I have almost everything blocked, and then maybe I work on the 4 remembrances.
Yeah, it's a potential.
Yeah.
The thing right now is that I don't know. Bree has a lot of presence on the board, though. I don't think she should play defensively necessarily, because I don't know if it's necessarily defensively, but she's playing a little too cautiously for being in the lead right now.
That's true. Yep. She'd rather like focus on these gargoyles, because she could also just potentially win by a bingo in row 2.
Yeah.
The row is juicy.
Or, I mean, here's the thing. Just go for gargoyles and then go for majority. Then it doesn't matter what square you go for, because then you have everything blocked.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
Right?
Like, she could go for the row 2, or she just says, okay, I got Valiant Gargoyles. I blocked everything. Almost everything. I let Pabri waste time with the Spirit Ash. Now I just do my stuff. Maybe even what you said, column 4.
Yeah. She has a lot of options. She has a lot of maneuverability on this board.
Yeah. And now she gives Pabri the information that she did these 2 Crystallians. I don't think she gives the information of that. Do you maybe think that
here's the corner square, though? That's the 10 Sacred Flask charges for Pupri, showing that diagonal. Yeah, I wonder if Bree sees that now, like, oh snap, there is that diagonal, and it can be extremely dangerous. Like, Pup honestly right now has the most pressure on the board.
Yeah, we going in, Chad. We going in. Now it's getting spicy. 3 squares that are diagonal looking juicy for Pupri. Is Bree seeing that, or is she not?
I'm assuming that Pup is going to go straight for Radon here.
Radon, yeah.
Which would make sense. Probably. She gets Radon.
If she's going for Radon, Garks, then she has 2 remembrances, Regal Ancestor Spirit, Godric, boom, beam, bam, bingo. And I don't think Bree has enough time to catch up then.
Bingus schmingus.
That's what they say. That's what they say.
That's what they all say. That's what they all say, dude. But yeah, this is looking dangerous, and it looks like Bree is prepping now. She's going straight to Carrion Manor here, possibly going to go kill Loretta, and then she's prepped for Fingerslayer Blade.
which is actually not good right now. She's
really.
prepping. No, she's keep on prepping, and
However, keep in mind, here's the interesting thing. Bree does not have to go for Altus access in this case, because she can activate the quest line from Ronnie, talk to Blythe in Noxtella, and then she activates Radahn that way instead, talking to EG. Bada bing, bada boom. You start the festival that way instead, and that way she can grab gargoyles and stop that bingo. So she doesn't have to go for Altus. I would still think that Version Abductor is better in that case. It would be better in that case because then you still have Altus and it's a duo trio fight. But this is a nice alternative to getting the blue Loretta into, stopping it with the quest line instead.
That would have been crazy. I think at this point, you wrote Interstellar because that was 5-hat.
Yeah. just yeah. The other thing though that's interesting.
It's actually crazy.
The other thing that's interesting though is if she does that quest line, she can go for Dragonkin Soldier too. By the way.
Oh yeah, this is easy.
Here's the thing. I'm telling you, look at column 4. Look at it again with the quest line, right? Because then you have Dragonkin Soldier, you have the quest line, Loretta, you have Gargoyles through the quest line, and Catacombs. You can kind of force column 4 here.
The question is though, is that fast enough? Because Papri already is at Radahn, and then just needs to go down.
We'll find out right now. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Bingo Brawlers, Chad, we're back.
Season 2.
Dude, I was thinking about a Bingo Brawlers jingle, right? And it needs to be it needs to have bongos, right? Bingo Brawlers bongos, and then boom, 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 Bingo Brawlers, boom, 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 Bingo Brawlers. That would be amazing. Can anyone do that? All right.
Like a weird intermission. Oh no.
So Loretta as well here, really nice with the Stormhawk Axe. Also in water again, Bree will deal extra damage.
Yep. But yeah, we're going straight into the Radahn fight here. I think the way it's going right now, man. The way it's going right now, I think Pup has that bingo in the bag. It honestly comes down to Valiant Gargoyles. Who's more comfortable with that fight, and who doesn't choke?
Yup.
Pretty much.
Yeah. If Papri wins here by that bingo, then it really came down to Bree, quote unquote, wasting her time with those Crystallians. Or maybe even seeing the bingo too late. That can happen too. It's not easy to see that sometimes. It's for us easy, right? We're looking at that board all the time, but while you're running, you can't see everything open.
It's tough. It can be very tough here.
Yep.
Oh, and Pup sadly not getting that AI reset. The deload reload on Radahn has to go ahead and try to do it again here. You guys gotta be careful about that arrow.
Oh,
Bree marking Blue Loretta now. Pup should see that. They're currently 4-9.
And I think that makes it, dude. Pup now thinks, wow, she did Loretta. I don't care. That gives me even more confident in time to go for my gargoyles.
Yeah, because Bree still has to prep the quest line. Yep. And it looks like Bree's not even going for the quest line. She's going straight to Renala now. I think she's trying to pressure Remembrance bosses instead.
That would be actually not too bad if she does Renala now into Radahn and Godric.
Not a lot of damage here from Pup, though, sadly, for a Storm.
Pup is like ahead with all of that as well, so.
Yeah.
I think, dude, wouldn't it be faster instead of like Regal Ancestor Spirit just to do? No, with Godric it's 3. Never mind. No, it's good. You're good. Oh, the butt slam a little bit too late here by the NPC.
I'm surprised. I feel like Stormhawk accidentally does more damage with +4.
Oh, PvP fight on an elevator and Bree falls!
Bree quick quit out there.
Woo!
Phase 2, Radahn. My favorite boss in the whole game, by the way.
Dude, Phase 2 is horrible.
I love this guy. He's so fucking cool.
He's kind of cool, but I don't know how to fight him.
He's so cool.
Look at him.
He's just badass incarnate. And it looks like that Bree got moongroomed. She got moongroomed.
Whoa.
She tried to activate the elevator and got stabbed in the blip blab.
Oh no.
Pup playing it safe here on Radon. One more R1 is all it takes.
Oh, that's smacked.
Gets hit here. Still has a little bit of health left, though. He's got to watch out. Uh-oh, here comes...
Oh, there comes the charge from Radon.
Meteor attack.
First to commit.
And what?
Missed. And
jump. Very nice. Jump. R1. There we go. There we go. 2 remembrances for Bree. I mean, for Pup.
Second remembrance.
And this is terrible for Bree because that death actually costs her a lot. The run back to the elevator is horrendous.
Horrible.
Absolutely horrendous. Moongrim not playing today. Oh! He even tried to parry her!
On that elevator!
Oh my lord!
Again. Oh no, and the elevator is now even up, so that means she has to go there and get the lever. That is not looking good for Bree right now.
Dude, Moongrim...
That gives Bree so much time now to go to Nokron and get... Yeah, and get her bingo. Yeah, I was not sure if it's Nokron.
Yeah, good. Dude, that is devastating. That is not fun. Having to reset because you fell off the elevator, then dying to him, and then dying to him a second time. That is a huge time loss. I'd be tilted on my mind. I'll be honest, dude. I'd be fuming right now. What do you do when you tilt, Zoodle? Like, do you just get quiet? Are you a quiet tilter, or are you like?
No, I smashed the shit out of my keyboard. I bought a keyboard for 20. I stopped buying expensive keyboards. I buy keyboards for $20, so it doesn't hurt when I smash them.
It's a good old, really crappy
investment. Exactly.
Material one. Oh, and here we go. Actually, our first pod friend of Bingo Season 2.
What? Thank you.
Pod friend.
Wait, look, I'm in the game.
Oh, you are.
Whoa.
We'll fix that for later. We'll fix that for later. Pod friend. All right, and Bree here trying to get on that elevator again. Let's just hope to God that Moongrim behaves this time. She does get the... Oh, he gets on the elevator with her.
Yeah, no, I can't.
She's like, oh my God.
This is unbelievable. This was battle number 4, and Bree's totally lost. Wait, can you not just like run past him, do a quit out, and then sneak?
You could, yes.
Oh,
you definitely could.
Is he not doing that?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'll be honest.
Oh no, she's doing it. She's doing it. Okay.
That is just Moongrim. I don't know who paid him like 1 million shekels, but this guy is going downtown. Match 1.
Who's actually going downtown is Puppy right now here on the way to knock onto the Mimic kill. Should be fairly quick.
Downtown underground. Never mind.
What?
It's whatever.
Yeah, that gave Puppery a lot of time.
Oh, a huge amount. Like at least 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we hit now the first hour, 1 hour left in this match. Let's see if Bree has everything still in the pocket to maybe come back out from this and gets here smacked by some books. Stormhawk X should do well. At least she doesn't have to wait for that summons and can just kill Renala.
Yeah, no, correct. She just breezed through this fight as fast as possible and try to catch up. I think this is Bree's first remembrance, too, by the way.
Yep.
I don't think she did Godric. She hasn't done Radon.
Oh, she didn't kill him in first phase.
This is really tough for Bree here. Currently, it seems like luck is not in her favor right now. And a Pup just making her way, taking a good old staircase to see herself. And then go straight into... do you think she'll prioritize Gargs or remembrances?
I think Gargs. Because also of column 3.
Yeah, I would agree. I think Gargs would be the better play here. But you have to also assume that maybe Pup is already going for Gargs too.
No, because you mean Bree. Because she saw earlier that she did Loretta.
Check
she
this out
kind of
real
knows.
quick.
Oh wait, when she was in the going to Radan, so she was oh, well, it's not
Check
going
this out though,
down
real
here.
quick. Look at row 3 though. If she gets remembrances, she has only Marga's and Moog Shackle, Bree. Bingo. She's missing 1 square.
Oh, that's true.
That's a huge thing.
That's true. That's huge.
Row 3 is huge.
And easy. Huge mongus. Is that not a? This is not.
Huge
You called him
mongus?
like that, right? Yeah, you called him right. It's your name for him, right?
Oh no, just humongous.
Oh,
Not huge
humongous.
mongus.
Huge mongus, you know, because he has a huge hammer.
And there we go, Bree getting
Look at
Renala,
that
by the way.
HP
GG's to
bar
her.
From Puppery.
What?
Ooh. Look at that HP bar from Puppery.
Yep.
That's average.
A little bit of extra damage to work with here.
Mm-hmm.
Finally beat herself at her own game. Going straight into, I want to say,
Two
gargoyles.
remembrances for Puppery. 2 remembrances for Puppery. 1 remembrance for Bree. And Puppery is going to upgrade her Stormhawk axe probably, and hopefully moving to that Valiant Gargoyles. We haven't seen a lot of Valiant Gargoyles in last season. Is that right? Not many.
We haven't seen many gargoyles? I don't think so, yeah.
No.
I don't think so. I think matches have ended prior to gargoyles a lot of the time. And here's the problem again. I'm telling you that Altus Axis is really biting Bree in the butt right now. Like I said at the very beginning of the match, that Altus Axis has been playing a lot more lately in Bingo than people realize. And she could easily go for Version Abductor Duo. She has the elevator. She has everything.
Yeah, even before Renala and everything, she can be in Altus easily. But seems like she's
going for Dectus.
Is she going for Dectus now?
Here's the thing. You have a +4 Stormhawk Axe. What if you're not comfortable with Duo? What if you're not comfortable with the Version Abductor Duo? It is a small arena. It's an annoying fight. And if you don't know how to do it optimally, it can fall apart real quick. And the run back is not fun. This is at least a safer way of going about it. Is it longer? 100%. Is it at least safe? Yes. And with how Moongrim just went, I don't blame her for going for this.
Fair. That's true. That's true.
You know?
And looks like, yep, Puppery is going for the Valiant Gargoyles. She is just wrong. Like, why did she went this way? She has to go up, Puppery. 3,000 hours in this game, by the way. All Remembrance Hitless runner, by the way.
But yeah, hopefully we see Bree bringing this back to make this go into endgame. That'd be really fun to see here. But it is looking very, very tight to bring this back at this point. That Moongrim time loss was huge for Pup here. And with Bree only having 1 remembrance, by the way, and no Altus access, as soon as a Pup gets the Valiant Gargoyles, she's in the driver's seat.
Let's see how the wait. Did she have it on 5 or 6? 5, right? The Stormhawk Axe, Puppery.
I believe it's a 4, but it might be a 5. I might have missed that.
But she just went back to upgraded.
Oh, then it must be a 5 then,
More.
because she probably got the Somber 5 after Radon.
Yeah, true. Okay, let's see. Gargoyle, Valiant Gargoyles, the
here
first.
we go. First Gargoyles of the season.
Let's go.
Got a freaking eyelash in my eyeball. And there is water here, so at least we'll do some decent damage. We'll see. It's not bad. It's a great.
It's not great as well. At least she has a lot of HP.
Yeah. At least she has a lot of HP to work with. And hopefully she also has...
Oh, that's okay.
The Charizard 2s are good. I hope she has maybe 1 poison bolus to get rid of poison by chance. That would be nice. Or at least some Kukris to keep up the poise damage. That'd be useful.
Also no Kukris in her slot. In her hotbar. Let's see. It's not going for that heal here. Just want to make sure. Hop.
Hold on.
Quick heal.
Hold on a second.
That poise bar is probably on 0 here from that gargoyle again. That's not too good because we're getting closer and closer for the second to pop up.
Looks like we should have some sound now.
Oh! Gargoyle jumps behind the rock. Is on the rock, falls from the rock.
Okay, second gargoyle just spawned in, but she's getting some good damage here.
That was very good. That was really, really nice. Be careful here about the poison. Second gargoyle started to do poison as well. Why do they even puke? Where's the poison coming from?
You know, from all the, the gargoyles are made from like dying skin, right? So that's, I'm assuming that's just they're breathing. That's just them breathing very heavily. Just a.
Oh god.
Oh! Wait, poison gets smacked here.
Careful, careful! You got to drink.
That was very, very close. You need to be careful. Just one more jumping R2 on that last gargoyle.
Okay, okay.
Oh my
Poison
god,
is
I'm
way
playing
too
this so
strong.
bad, sorry.
She does have flask though. That's where this 10 sacred flask charges are definitely being
Yeah.
very helpful here for her.
She really just needs a jumping R2 to work out here.
We see Bree here
Come on.
currently going for the Dectus elevator, by the way, kind of slowly
Up
trying to make
and
her way
roll in.
towards gargoyles too.
Missed because the other one blocked.
Oh
That's
no!
not-
And he jumps away on top of that. This is
No, oh! By the twin blade. She has only one heal pot left.
Bro, I hate
The poison's
so
ticking
much,
down. The
man.
twin blade guy just doesn't stop.
This is definitely being. This is very tough.
That was a good dodge.
Nice
That was
dodge
a
here.
good
Just
dodge.
get
Jumping
R2. There we
Down.
go. One
And the
down.
poison.
She only has one flask. She has no flasks anymore. She has to do this
This needs to
fight
be hitless.
without getting hit too much here. Hopefully she knows how to deal with the tomahawk axe gargoyle.
Oh, no, she gets smacked now. She needs to be quick. Oh, no, that's over.
Yeah, that's dead.
Unfortunately.
All right,
Unfortunately.
all right. That was close though.
I played that so bad
That was
as well, though.
really
Okay,
close.
it's
It
fine,
was
though.
just
I did this
very
time.
unfortunate how
was so
they,
bad.
when the one gargoyle was on like 1 HP, how the other one really reacted by jumping in between and keep on jumping at Puppery. There was like no chance for her to keep up. That was really well played.
Yeah.
Let's see. Thankfully, there's a State of America and she just can run in again.
One of the nice
Hopefully she
runbacks
gets up.
of Elden Ring, by the way. From all the
Yeah,
other runbacks,
yeah.
this is just right here. You know, it's so nice.
Bree now in Altus. If Puppery not gets this now soon, that gives Bree enough time to maybe catch up with the all remembrances. 4 remembrances.
Yep. Yep.
So let's hope that Puppery can keep up the stagger or the poise bar this time.
As
maybe
soon
get a stagger.
as soon as Pup, if Pup can get gargoyles before or at the very least right after Bree beats Radon, Pup most likely has it in the bag.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
then she already has two. Then she already has 2 remembrances, and she has gargoyles, and then Bree would still have to go all the way
Yeah.
downstairs to get to Regal
Yeah.
Ancestor Spirit, which Pup already has done. So that's a huge time save here.
Or more god.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Good charge R2s here, but Stagger's just not coming. Maybe she... Oh, no, that wasn't
Oh
good.
yeah, la. Big hit, big hit. She does have a lot of flasks though. I wonder if she has any kukris left to throw and keep that.
There's a Stagger!
There, that's
Go with the
huge.
lightning! Yes! No!
Uh-oh.
This
Uh-oh.
other guy that pissed me so off. Zoodling in chat. That's what I'm talking about in Zoodling. Nice.
There we go. Nice jump attack though. This is huge.
Good dodges. She still has 6 flasks left. That's really, really good.
Let's see here. So yeah, this is the very good attempt, and hopefully this is also her last attempt.
Yep.
Those charge R2s are a lot of damage, which is really nice.
How did you dodge most of it? She was inside of the tornado.
Okay. If you hug the nuts here, you can easily get a charged R2 off. You don't have to dodge the aftershock.
I hate the fucking poison.
Hugging nuts noted.
We all do.
Similar to the PP thread in Smoke from these one. Oh,
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. So if he roars like this, you don't have to roll. By the way, you can just sit right in front of him, and nothing happens, which is really nice.
he's getting here really good R2s out, and
Stagger?
do one more
One
jumping R2.
one
there's
jumping
a stagger.
R2 here should do it. There's a
Oh,
stagger.
charge R2, that's it!
Huge. There we
That
go.
was so nice.
Gargoyles for Pup. Second try.
GG's for Poppery.
Absolutely
That was
huge.
such a
Absolutely
good second
huge.
attempt. And now that is scary. Bree is seeing this, and
Yep.
Bree knows she's fucked.
Yep. That's a very big move here. Very big move here from Pup. Like I said,
Yeah.
dude, that Altus access paying off. It
definitely pays off.
played the whole game.
It does. You're right. You're right.
And I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to emphasize how strong deck this is. Or at the very least, having that version of Dr. Duo fight would have saved Bree so much time. Genuinely.
Yeah, definitely.
Even if you're
Like, not
uncomfortable
only
with the fight,
time-
it would have saved you so much time.
Yeah. I think it was a mix out of like not going for the abductor do as well as seeing probably that bingo for Puppery too late working on the Crystallians and everything. And missing out to block that. Yeah.
Yep. I mean, it's tough. It's tough. My forehead just vanished.
It's tough.
It's tough to try and see exactly what your opponent's doing when you're kind of working on your own strategy at the same time. Multitasking with what am I doing next? What do I have to prep? What are they doing? What are they prepping? Trying to see synergies that you could work on. Trying to see synergies that they're working on. There's so much that's going on in bingo. I think some people don't realize like how complex bingo actually is until you watch a
true.
match or two and you're like, oh my god, like there's so many synergies. There's so many ways to mess with people by getting different squares. You know, like it is not easy at all. So I mean, it was great playing from both players today, and it's not over yet. It's not over yet, even.
Really, the complexity you really feel when you play yourself, just because it is the echo.
Oh, maybe from your speakers or something. I don't know.
Let me put you down here. So basically, what is where it really feel it how complex bingo is when you play yourself, because then for the first time being in that position of being pressured, of racing someone, having the whole bingo board in mind, that's very, very difficult.
Yeah, it's tough. Looks like here that Bree is going for Radon. This is going to be her second remembrance because she beat Renala before, and Pup prepping for Regal Ancestor Spirit, by the way. So this will be Pup's third remembrance, Bree's second, and then Pup can just go straight for Godric right afterwards. And that'll be the first. That'll be a bingo if she gets that in time, which she most likely will, just based off time here.
Yeah.
Already going into the arena now.
Yeah, there's no way for Bree to catch up unless Papri now faced a couple of times, right?
Yeah, and here's the thing, by the way, though, is that Bree's not even using summons for Radon, which I believe is the Giga Chad way of going about it, anyways. And honestly, it makes the fight so much easier. I didn't realize until yesterday how much in the way the summons can get from you trying to hit Radon. I had Fathead Alexander stand in my way, and I couldn't get any R2s off because he was just like spinning in front of my face.
Yeah. No, but it depends. It really depends. I had matches where it was like, wow, like the summons are very, very helpful right now, and then others where it's just all in the way.
Yeah.
It's a little bit orangey.
It's a double-edged sword, as they say.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, Bree having here a lot of HP left in the second phase from Radon. Let's see if she can pull that off without summons.
She should be able to. I'm pretty sure she's actually pretty comfortable with this fight from what I've seen anyways. Just has to be careful not to get stuck on any terrain. I've had that happen where you get stuck on like the swords in the ground and then you just get meteored to death. That's pretty fun.
Nice R2s here from Papri on the Reons as a spirit.
If she's lucky, she'll get a stagger as well. And you can stagger the Regal Ancestor Spirit out of healing, by the way. So if you prep your poise damage correctly, you can actually stagger the Moose from healing as well. And you don't have to deal with bullshit like that, which is a full heal. And Bree died to Radon!
Died to Radon.
Oh, no.
We are distancing ourselves from any jinx. That was not us. Don't even start, chat.
I don't even think we can jinx this season. They're too good. The players are too good. Jinxing doesn't even work.
Practice a lot. Jinxing are not. This just doesn't exist. Like everyone who just says something like, "Oh, cause a jinx," you just get banned straight up.
Have you practiced your jinxing, Zoodle?
I actually did.
Yeah. How do you practice your jinxing?
Oh, it's weird. Like you have to do some rain dance. Don't worry about it.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I envision it like a painting, you know.
Oh, it's like a third eye, and you just think about it, and it just works.
Yeah, yeah. Whenever my forehead vanishes,
like
that's me jinxing in my head. All right, looks like that we do have Bree moving into phase 2 here soon for Radon. The one tough part here is for Pup. There's the healing. Yep.
There's the healing.
And I don't think she should be running out. Like I said, you can stagger them out of that. The healing attack doesn't do that much damage. She has 8 flasks. Just eat the heal damage and try to get a stagger if you can.
8 flasks and a lot of HP.
Yeah.
So she could definitely just tank it.
Just try and tank it and try to get that
safe,
stagger.
Which is fair. Which is fair. She doesn't know where Bree right now is. The last square from Bree is a while ago, so fair thinking here just to be, safe. And I think Regal Ancestor's Spirit should be done now with healing, right?
No, it keeps on healing. It just gets less and less every single time.
Yeah, but doesn't change much anymore.
I have a good old gotchi roll moose here. This is definitely a better looking phase 2 here for Bree as well, by the way, against Radon.
Oh, yeah.
She should have that very close. Okay, well, I shouldn't say anything. I'll be quiet.
No, it's fine.
As soon as I said something, she got hit, so.
No, as we said, there's no jinxing.
Like, there's... Okay, I'm not going to say anything.
And... Nope. Papri doesn't want to finish this fight.
And there's the heal again.
Don't do that. What is hello?
Oh, nice roll from Bree. Dodging the ultimate attack here from Radon. Very nice roll. That was very impressive. I always just mount up and run like a coward. So that was very, very nice. There we go. Good old Moose teleport yet again.
It doesn't stop. Papri can't stop laughing as well and hiding behind the controller because that fight doesn't stop.
Moose disappearing like a magic act.
Come on.
Moose-tacular.
And now poof. Buff.
There we are.
Third remembrance for Papri into the bag. She just needs to run to Godric right now.
Did she just flip off her screen?
Huh?
Nothing.
For Bova?
No. I thought she just middle fingered her screen there. That's all. The boss. But that is our third remembrance. Pretty huge.
And Radon for Bree. Very, very nice. Bree also going here now for that Godric. Unfortunately, one remembrance behind.
Definitely tough here.
Wow, what a match! What a first match, chat.
That early pressure wore off as soon as you don't have that late game prep. You know, that scatter shot is a great strat for creating pressure, but if you don't have the prep to back it up later on, it can fall apart very quickly. Especially like I said, those difficult bingo lines. If you pick a difficult bingo line and the other person didn't prep, it's really hard for them to block, and all of a sudden they swap from offensive to defensive within the next 10 to 15 minutes.
Eat. Bye-bye, Margit. Yeah, I also, it's insane that the first match really probably ends here with a bingo.
Yeah.
With a win by a bingo. Great.
I agree. We still have 39 minutes, but they'll be over by then. Both of them,
fairly quick, yeah.
Pup finishing Margit here very easily. Gonna talk to good old Gostok. And as we say, open the gates.
Open the gates.
Gates.
Gates open. Oh,
Gates
wrong
open.
league.
How you doing, Zoodle?
Dude, I'm doing great. How are you? It's the stress a little bit, you know.
I'm fine.
Is it
I think the
better?
beginning stressed me out because of like,
fair,
oh, hey, bingo time. Yo, sucks to suck. Never mind. Board's not working. You know, it's like. That was a rough start, but you know what? We had a great bingo match to watch, and I think that really helped.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure. Nice jump here by Papery.
That's definitely really fun to practice that, if I'm being honest. Dodging the two ballistas is
Oh.
really enjoyable.
Oh. Seems like Godric security stepped up their game here.
How much do you think Godric charges these guys? Or not charges. How much do you think he pays these guys to stand guard? Do you think that it's
Apparently
just
not much,
honor?
because mostly you can just run past them.
Well, no. But like, how much do you think they get paid for being on guard duty? Like what? Like one raw meat
I actually
dumpling?
wondered about that. Because, like, do they even get paid, or do they do this for free? Which would be weird, I know, but, like, why would you stand there for so long, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Not
they gotta be
going
paid
home.
something, right? Because Gostock steals from them money.
True. Look, what if it's all, like, really, really bad, and it's more like Godric is forcing them to do it as a demigod, and they are somewhat scared?
Probably.
Because
He's
it's a
like,
monster, right?
you stand guard, otherwise I'm gonna cut off your arm and put it on my arm. And you know?
You know these videos when they let bosses fight against bosses? I think someone needs to put all security from Stormwale Castle against Godric and see if Godric wins. And then we know why they're there for free.
That's a good point. I think honestly, Godric would lose. You wanna know why? The explosive
No, I don't
barrel
think so.
birds.
I think he one-shots most of these idiots, right?
Explosive barrel birds. Like they're like he's gonna get blasted and just like lay there.
I mean, okay, wait. The birds, they don't get paid anyways. They're just there because for some reason.
Oh, you're
I
talking
think they
just
get trained
payment.
by the
Okay.
other guy. Oh, wait. Maybe the soldiers are using the birds. And wow, this damage is. Wait, she's almost done.
Yep. That should be
There
the
it
fourth
goes!
remembrance.
Congratulations! Poppery winning by a bingo in the first match! Bingo Brawlers Season 2! Congratulations, Poppery! Winning by a bingo! Unbelievable! The
Nice.
masses
Bathed in
applauding.
rays of gold.
The lands between is shocked! Let's go! And Poppery is so happy. Look at her, guys.
GG's the pop, man. That was a great match. Absolutely
great
great
match.
match.
Also, applauses for Bree playing here really strong at the beginning, getting a lot of squares. I mean, she's still in majority with the squares, technically.
What a great first match.
4, 6, 8, 9 to 6. Was unfortunately not able to block that bingo. Maybe Moby Booby saw it too late, but we will ask in the post match in a second, guys.
That was amazing. Regardless, yeah, that was solid. We had the scatter strategy from Bree. We had that one line strategy from Pup, and it paid off. That was awesome. Like everything that bingo stands for, pretty much was in one game. Kind of summed up. The two different strategies colliding, pretty much. That was awesome. And guess what, dude? Okay, wait, Zoodle. Check out the overlay real quick. Check out
What am I
red. Check
checking?
out blue. Nice, right? Check out red. Check out blue.
Where am I looking at?
Look at the numbers.
Oh, yeah. I come on, okay?
Yeah, that's prime match
I
one,
had
baby.
sex. I had sex multiple times, okay? I just didn't know what we're talking about, all right?
Sure.
All right. Let's move on quickly.
Yeah, I'm quickly. Let's get it over with. All
Right now.
right, I'm just waiting. I'm waiting to hear from both players here. We'll pull in Pup first.
I'm
Yep.
going for the
Welcome in, Pup. Welcome in.
Congratulations!
Thank you.
GG's.
I can't believe that. That was such a crazy match. Bree like steamrolled all the freaking early game squares. It was so insane. Wow.
Yeah, that was a lot of early game pressure. We were talking about the scatter strategy that some bingo players have been doing, where they just go for all the early squares to have something on the board and create a lot of pressure with that. But congrats to you for getting that bingo line.
Thank you.
Especially with it being a very, very late game bingo line. But that was awesome. What was your thought process throughout the whole match? Like, did you see that line from the very beginning, or did you see it later on?
Well, basically, I really wanted the Dectus medallion in the start, and I kind of had a feeling like she might go for early game squares. And then, I basically, when she got all those squares, I did kind of panic a little bit. I was like, oh god, she's getting so many squares. And I was kind of starting to worry about the bingos she could get. But then I kind of saw that basically every bingo that she could get, I could block by that line. And especially because I went for... So I wanted to pressure that diagonal from the start. That's why I did Dectus and NPC invaders. Just to pressure that like take those early game squares away. And since I had Dectus, I knew I had priority on the 10 Sacred Flasks. And then I saw that any bingo she had, I could block with the diagonal. And so I just kind of went for it. Because I knew she wasn't... And she kept taking off squares that told me that she's not on Altus yet. So I knew I had quite the priority on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Yeah, that's we were talking about how having Dectus, especially in that match, was huge for how much Radon gives you even afterwards for squares. Like, it was a very, very powerful thing to have Altus access for Radon, for Gargoyles, Finger Slayer Blade, Regal Ancestor for Remembrances. There was a lot of power behind Radon itself that kind of made Altus a must. And that was just a really good play overall. Let me bring in Bree real quick as well. All right, Bree. GG's.
Hello.
GG's.
Hi. Bree. That was such a good
Thank
game.
you.
Well,
Yeah, it was good. I mean, by the time you got Sacred Flask, I think that was, I was just saying, I think that was pretty much the nail in the coffin for me, because you had so much progression and there was no way I could have recovered. How long were you thinking of doing that bingo?
Basically, as soon as I got NPC invaders, I was like, I was thinking of pressuring the diagonal from almost the start. But then I didn't really full commit to the bingo until like around, not even sure. It just kind of happened, honestly. It just made sense to go for it because it blocked all your stuff as well. And I knew I had priority on it. So yeah, almost from the start, I guess.
Yeah, I think by the time that I was even worried about it, I think it was too late at that time, because I had to scramble to get Dectus, and then I had to do Remembrances. I had a Moongrum incident, but even with my Moongrum incidents, I think you still were way ahead of me. So it was an amazing bingo, really well played. And honestly, the Gargoyle play shocked me. I think that's what shocked me the most, was the fact that you went for that square first. Because I was trying to, that was the one that I was going to block, but then I'm like, oh, that makes the most sense. Like, to secure that, you're by the, I'm assuming you did the moose.
Yeah, I mean, like, basically, my thought was also that's the most likely that would get blocked, because it's just a single square. And you can rush that more if you just go for Radon ASAP and then the Gargoyles instead of doing the other Remembrances first.
Yep.
That's why I just
it made sense for sure.
Blocked your bingo as well. That's why I prioritized it.
Yeah, it was great. It was very well played.
Bree, after the moon incident, let's call it that. You went for Dectus Medallion instead of the Abductor Virgin duo. Is that because you thought I already wasted so much time, I'm just gonna want to go safe? Or
I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't confident in my ability to get through that fight. I know that the weapon performs really well. I know that they're in water. I know that it would have done a ton of damage, but honestly, I didn't have the confidence to do that at that point.
Fair,
I know that
fair.
there was good synergy with the dual fight, but I'm like, I really just need to secure Altus at this point. So I did
Yeah.
have a thought to do it because then I'd be by Rykard and stuff too, but I just wanted to go with the safe play. I don't know how much faster it would have been, but yeah, that was kind of my thought process with that.
Yeah,
No,
and
fair,
I think
fair.
we mentioned that too. That after getting moon groomed 4 times, trying to go for Virgin Abductor right afterwards just seems like a very daunting thing to go for. Because like if that falls apart, then 2, then you know, like I already told him I'd be absolutely fuming. And just having a more secure and safe way of getting
wouldn't
to
roll.
yeah.
I was so mad he wouldn't roll. I'm like, you always roll off the elevator. What are you doing today? God, and then
Yeah.
he like staggered right on the edge and somehow he stayed on. Oh, that was just infuriating.
He
But
was
I
really
always
mean
quit out
today.
at him, honestly, because I can't be bothered to have Moongrim incidents. Like, I think
Mhm.
quitting out there is just the safest play to do. You
yeah,
can
and I
always
think
have
at that
meme
point I was
planning.
just like I was upset by it. So I just
Mhm.
wasn't thinking to do that. And I'm like, surely it's not gonna keep happening, but of course it did. So
No.
yeah, so that's okay. Like I said, even with that time, I don't think I could have caught up. You had such high priority over the remembrances that I really don't think I could have caught up at that point.
How-
So yeah, that was an insane bingo. That was, you should be immensely proud of that. That was so good.
Thank you so much. How many did you like? How many remembrances did you go? Well, you said you
I
tried to
was
block
I
with
was in
one, but
Godric for my 3rd one. So
oh, okay, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Yep,
was
and
pretty
then I
scared
would have
that he
went for
would
Moose.
snipe me.
Yeah, I wasn't even close. It was, you had it in the bag. It was really good.
Yeah, that did you consider Altus access in your prep at all, Bree, or did you just think that you could possibly pressure enough to where you didn't need it until later on in the game?
Honestly, so like when I saw the 4 remembrances, I'm like, well,
Yeah.
I was worried about it and I thought I needed it eventually, but I didn't think I needed it that early. And
Yeah.
then I'm like, well, I want to get my squares that are going to secure the win and then I'll go work on a block. And it just obviously did not think of it soon enough. So
Yeah, no, that's super
Yeah.
fair. Did you want to in this case, by the way, from your early game, going for I kind of consider it the scatter strategy, where you just get all the early squares to create pressure. Did you from the very beginning want the force majority, or was there a line that you're kind of eyeballing too?
I was looking at row 2. With like the Spirit Ash summon, you can jump down and grab the supplies of that in Shifra. I was looking at row 2, but then obviously by the time I would have even come close to pressuring that, that's when it started getting really hairy. So yeah, I was considering that, and then that's why when she got the block, I'm like, oh my god, that was so insanely well played. So yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, but I just wanted to get as many squares as I could in case, because I've had so many matches that go to majority. But yep, that's bingo for you, right? That's the game.
That's
so.
bingus. I mean, but still, GG's to both you. That was a really, really great first game.